just a quick update. The Patreon page is now live. The link will be down below if you want to check it out. You'll have access to all of my betting packages and much more. Thanks again for all the support, but for now, let's get into the video.
Yo, what's up, guys? I don't know what was up with that other video with the audio and cutting off on this breakdown, but hopefully this one it sounds a little better once I listen to it after I record it here. But yeah, Conor McGregor versus Dustin Poirier. I mean, obviously this is a huge fight. I mean, one of the biggest fights of the year, and yeah, man. I mean, I already kind of talked about it a little bit. So, but just ultimately, I am gonna pick Conor McGregor again. But I do kind of have trepidation with that, just because I do feel that Dustin Poirier, you can't really call him the same fighter that he used to be in terms of just. It's at 155, he's going to be a lot bigger. I think that he takes shots a little bit better at that weight class. And I just see him being a lot calmer, more composed, and not so like tight and ready to go in this fight. Obviously, in that first fight, Conor got in his head. He really wanted to get the knockout. And, you know, it was a case where I feel like he might have came in there with a lot of nerves, and that kind of attributed to the way that he fought as well. Where in this fight, I feel like he's going to be a lot more cool, calm, composed, and just, fight his fight, try to get the win and see what happens. And, I do feel like he definitely has passed to victory because he's used to fighting bigger guys. I mean, he's a big guy, weighed in apparently at 183 pounds for his fight against Dan Hooker. And if he can, make it a war of attrition, then and stretch Conor. Obviously, that's always been the issue with Conor McGregor throughout his career, and in some people's eyes, is that he slows down in fights. He doesn't have a great cardio, and to an extent that's true. But I also think Conor pushes a high pace, and he throws a lot of significant strikes per minute. He has good cardio himself. It's just he really tries to get guys out of there. I mean, you've seen in other fights, like when he fought Chad Mendes, he's getting a finish late, in the third round. So he definitely has shown fights where his cardio is continue to go throughout the whole fight. His fight with Nate Diaz, he was doing well in the cardio aspect in that fight, the second one. And when you just see Dustin, fight southpaws, he is a very hittable guy. So that's something that it's just hard to bank on him when he's fighting a guy like Conor McGregor because of the knockout power, man. I mean, if you watch the fight with Dan Hooker, wasn't a lot of defense in that fight. If you watch, a lot of his fights where he's fighting southpaws, he's susceptible to getting hit with that left hand. And I do feel, though, that Conor, if he can't get him out of there in that first round or second round, then Dustin is definitely live to come back at the win. It's 100% a possibility. And I think that Dustin just, if he can get in those pocket exchanges with Conor and go to the body, go up top, I see him starting to get the better of it and pulling away in those later rounds, getting the finish. I think he could probably get a submission. He could get a TKO. I mean, all of Conor's losses are by submission, but ultimately, I am going to stick with Conor McGregor as the win. I just feel like, Dustin just gets hit too much, man, and you don't want to get hit by a guy like Conor. I think that he'll find that kill shot and take him out, but, at the end of it, I actually really hope that Dustin gets the win, man. I would rather Dustin win. I think that, he definitely could get the win, and I think that he's a lot better fighter than he used to be, so I don't think he's going to get knocked out in like 60 seconds or in the first round. I don't think the moment will be too big for him or anything like that. I mean, he's been in big spots, man, at this point. He's fought Max Holloway for the belt. He fought Khabib for the belt. So, he's performed well in certain spots, not performed well in others. But I'm going to go with Conor McGregor. But, man, I mean, I'm kind of nervous. And I feel like in terms of the betting line, if you're looking at it that way, I see the value is on Dustin, man, because he's a big plus money underdog. And Conor McGregor, I mean, I feel like he has a smaller path to victory than Dustin does. So Dustin, he's definitely worth looking at, in my opinion. The weigh-ins are coming up, so we have to look into that too, see how these guys both look when they, face off at the weigh-ins. But as far as the most confident pick this week, it's going to be Khalil Roundtree. My parlay of the week is going to be Khalil Roundtree and Amanda Ribas, and for the underdog of the week, it's going to be Matt Frivola. So there you have it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.